Hello guys, I am Umair Nazim and welcome to the series of C++ in Let's Code. Well, in the previous video, we talked about what are the loops and what is while loop in C++. But in today's tutorial, we will take a look on the for loop, and then at the end of this video, I will do a comparison between while loop and for loop so that you can understand each and everything in a detail. So in this tutorial, in this lecture, we will take a look like how to print the counting from 1 to 10 by using for loop. But before that, I want to show you here, if you want to write the counting from 1 to 10 without any loop, then how can you do it? So simply, we can do it like this. So as you can see, every time we have to write this statement C out, then 1, 2, 3 like this. So it means this thing is taking your 10 your 10 lines, and it is not a good way to write the same thing each and every time. So simply what we can do here, we can put our one statement inside the for loop and it will execute it 10 times. So let's get started with for loop. So to write a for loop, what you have to do is simply, first of all, you have to write here for. After that, you have to put these parentheses and then you have to put these curly braces. Now inside this braces here you will put your code, whatever you want to execute. But inside these parentheses, you have to write your condition. So right now I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. For that reason, I will write I have to create a logic here, like the condition. So for that reason, I will write here integer I is equal to 0. Now what I am doing here, I have created one integer that is a variable name is I, and I am assigning the value 0. So it means now a variable is containing the value 0. After that, I will write here I less than or equal to I less than 10. And then here I will do the incrementation like I plus plus. I hope that you know this thing very well, I plus plus, why I have written it. If you don't know, please watch my previous video and then you will understand each and everything about the incrementation of the loop here. So guys, what I have done here is I have created one variable with the name I and I have assigned the value 0. Then I have written here one condition and I'm checking it like I should be less than 10. Okay. So until my I is less than 10, it will execute the part of the code. And here I am doing the incrementation. It means I am increasing the loop every time. And then here I will write the statement C out. Then I will write here I. And here I will close it. And then I will use this statement here like this. So what is this n here? So the backslash n, this backslash n will create a new line every time. So it will print our like the number on every new line. So guys, how it will run? So first of all, let me show you the result here, then I will explain it, how it will run. So there is something, here you have to put this semicolons like this, and then let's execute this one. So as you can see, it has started from 0, 1, 2, like similar like this until 9. So why it has written here 9? Because I am saying here like less than 10. So if I write here equal also, and then let's see, now it will include also 10. So as you can see, now 10 is included here. So guys, how it will work here? So here I'm doing it in the comment. So first of all, this part of the code, this one is executed. So first of all, the compiler will check this condition here. Okay. So what it will do, it will create one integer like variable I, and it will assign the value 0. So let's suppose we have created I and then we have assigned the value 0 for the first time. After that, the compiler will check this condition. So it will check, is your I, what is I value? I is 0. Is the 0 less than or equal to 10? Yes, it is less than 10. Then what will happen? It will come here. It will not go here right now, not here. So it will come here. So it will execute the condition, the code here. Okay, whatever you have written here, it will execute this one, no matter how many lines you have written inside this block. For example, if you have written this 4-5 lines or up to how many times you want, first it will execute this inside this block of the code. After that, what it will do, it will increment it. It means it will increase the I value. What was the I value previously? Previously I value was 0. Now I value will be 1, right? So now I value will be 1. So what will happen here? I value will be 1. After that, again it will come to this part, right? And then here already we have assigned what the value I to 1. So here it will not take the 0. Here we have already installed the 1. So it will take the I and it will take the 1 and then it will put the 1 inside the I. After that, again it will check this condition. Is 1 less than 10? Yes, it is less than 10. Then again it will print this line here, and then it will come to this line and it will do the incrementation. In that incrementation, what it will do now, I will be equal to 2. So then again it will come here. Okay, it will create again the I and it will install and it will you can say write the value 2 to the I, and then again it will come here, and now what will happen here? Here it will check, is the 2 less than 10? Yes, it is less than 10. Again it will print this line, and what is in this line? Right now the I is what? I is 2, so it will write the 2. Okay, when I was 1 it will write the 1, when I was 0 it will write the 0, but right now I is 2, so it will print 2 here. And after that it will do the incrementation here. So now what will be the incrementation? I value will go to the 3. So like this. After that again it will come here, and what it will do, it will put the value 3 inside this I here. I will not be 0, it will be 3. After that again it will check here, is 3 less than 10? Yes, it is less than 10. It will come here, and on the place of I here, because I is now containing 3, so it will print the value 3. Again it will come here and it will increment the 3 value. Now what I will become? I will become 4, like this. I will become 4. So similar like this, guys, every time it will go and it will do the similar thing. Every time it will go and it will do the similar thing. Okay, so here I can do it like this. So you can take it, sorry, I have to do it comment also. Let's do it a comment, and okay, so this time will be executed like until I will become the 10. So let's suppose that now the I value is 10, and then what will happen here? So let's suppose here I is equal to 10. Okay, so what will happen here? When the I will be 10 here, then it will come here, it will check, is the 10 less than or equal to 10? Actually it is not less than, but it is equal, so it means condition is satisfied. It will come here again and it will print the value here 10, and then it will go here and it will do the incrementation. So in the incrementation you can say I is equal to now 11. Now again it will come here, it will give the value 11 to the I, and here it will check, is the 11 less or equal to 10? No, it is greater. So it will terminate this loop here and it will come out from this loop, outside the loop. And after that, so when it will come out from this loop, after that whatever you have written after this loop, it will execute that part of the code. So let's suppose I can write here the line program end. Okay, so like this I have written here. So now what will happen here? Let me execute it again. So as you can see, first of all it will complete your loop here. After when it will complete the loop, then it will go to the next line here. So first of all, what it means, first of all it will execute that part of the code. After that, when that part will be done, okay, after that it will come to the next lines. So that is how the for loop works. I hope that if you have studied the while loop that I explained in the previous video, you can understand this thing very well. And now I will show you what is the difference between for loop and what is the difference between while loop. So guys, now it is the time to do the comparison between for loop and while loop. So here, as you can see, we have the for loop here, And if you can check this for loop, and also here I have created one while loop. Okay, let's do it until 10, both of them. So okay, like this. So both will print the number from starting from 0 and to the 10. Okay, so now what is the difference between them? So as you can see, the structure is little bit different. Now in the for loop, if you see inside this for loop, we are creating one variable here, and then in the while loop what we are doing is we are creating the variable outside the loop here. Well, you can also create this variable outside the loop like this, it doesn't matter. So you can do it like this, but here you have to write I also. So in the for loop you must have to put these three like conditions here, but in the while loop you have to put just one condition. Okay, so what we are doing is, suppose that first of all we are creating the variable in both the loops here, and here also in the while loop we are creating the variable. After that, in the for loop, after this variable here also you have to put this I. The second thing is you are checking the condition, like is your variable less than the condition. Here also you are doing in the while loop, is your variable less than your condition. After that, in the for loop what you are doing is, after that you are coming inside this block of the code and you are printing this statement. And here also you are doing it what, in the while loop you are also, after that condition, after checking the condition, you are coming and you are printing your statement whatever you have. And then in the for loop here within the parentheses you are doing the incrementation, but in the while loop you are doing the incrementation in the block here inside this block, right? So that is the difference between while loop and the for loop. Actually both are doing the same job, but the structure is little bit different. So here I have shown you what is the difference between them, and I think it doesn't matter whatever you want to use, but it depends on your condition. So here if I run this one, you will understand it better. Both are giving the same result. So here this one is for loop and here this one is while loop, and after that our statement and program is here. So as you can see, first of all it will print your loops, and after that it will go to the statement. So I hope guys this topic is clear to you. If you have any question, you can write me in the comment and I will give you the response. See you in the next video with a new topic.